According to the History.com editors, on November 22nd, 1963, JFK landed in Dallas, Texas, where he planned to take a parade, a 10-mile parade, to his luncheon when something unexpected happened. You should listen to this speech because it's about our president who was assassinated in 1963. My 3 points for this speech are: to start, we're going to talk about the beginning of the parade. Next, we're going to talk about what happened when he was shot. And thirdly, we're going to talk about what happened after he died. So, at the beginning of the parade, he landed in the Rosefield Airport, the Love Field Airport, and he got out of Air Force One and got into his Lincoln limo, which took him on a 10-mile, it was supposed to be a 10-mile parade to his luncheon, which he was scheduled for. He took him down Harwood Street, made a right onto Main Street, which took him to downtown Dallas. During this parade, there was 150,000 people that lined the sides of the streets where he was going down. We just talked about the beginning of the parade, now we're going to talk about when he was shot. So he was shot around 12:30 p.m. When he was shot, the Lincoln limo driver, he immediately stepped on it and got to Parkland Memorial Hospital, where President John F. Kennedy was treated for his gunshot wounds. During that time, Lee Harvey Oswald, the man who shot him, was planning his escape. He was in the Texas School Book Depository, where he shot out of the 6th floor, and on his way out, he was actually stopped by a policeman, where he was able to talk his way out as a regular person. But little did he know, he was actually the man who shot the president. So during that span, President JFK arrived at the hospital at 12:36 p.m. and was there for about 24 minutes when he was pronounced dead at 1 p.m. We talked about how when he was shot, and now we're going to talk about what happened after he died. So after his death, they started the manhunt basically for Lee Harvey Oswald. They went up to where they suspected he shot from, which they were correct. It was the 6th floor of the Texas School Book Depository, where they found rifle shells and the rifle hidden up in there. So on his way out, he ran down the street. He was stopped by another officer who recognized him, who suspected something in him, which forced Oswald to shoot the man in the chest, Officer Tippit to be exact. Then he ran. They went to where he was shot because he went in the microphone, and no, he didn't say anything, so the other cops suspected something, and he went to the Texas theater, where he was eventually captured after a while of sitting in the theater. So after being captured, he was being brought to jail, his trial and stuff, when a man came out with a crowd and point blank range shot him right in the chest. And then the ambulance had to come get Lee Harvey Oswald, take him to the hospital, get him treated, and the man who shot him was taken in. Now, since the president was shot, we didn't have a president, so Lyndon B. Johnson was sworn in and swore to protect our country. To conclude, we talked about the beginning of the parade, we talked about what happened when he was shot, and we talked about what happened after he died. And he was a very beloved president, the youngest president, and I hope you enjoyed my speech. Thank you.
No, don't do that.